You bug me, I bug you. Hello, my friends, it's Johnaroth, and today I've been battling a bug a little bit this week, and because of that, I've been trying to figure out, while I've been fighting it off, and I'm okay, but I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to make as far as my next deck is concerned. And because I have a bug, I decided to feature a bug. Today, we play with Grist, Voracious Larva. Grist is a 1 green mana for a 1/2 death touch. Pretty decent stat-wise, quite honestly. Whenever Grist or another creature you controls, if it entered from your graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard, you may pay 1 green. If you do exile Grist, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. And Grist then becomes a planeswalker, Grist the Plague Swarm. Grist as a planeswalker can make 1/1 bug tokens and mill cards into your graveyard. Put death touch counter on the token if a black card was milled. Grist can destroy enchantments or artifacts, which is more relevant than you might think. It's a very powerful effect. And then for 6, for each creature card in your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of it, except that it's a 1/1 black and green insect. So with the ultimate, you can basically resurrect all the creatures from your graveyard. So this deck is a reanimator deck. And you'll notice just looking at this deck that there's a big disparity between the lower end and the higher end of the spectrum here. So on the lower end, we have lots of creatures that either give us ramp, like Delighted Halfling, Birds of Paradise, or cards that can come back from the graveyard, thus triggering Grist, like Forsaken Miner, Bloodsoaked Champion, etc. This is a reanimator sacrifice type deck, so we have a lot of those types of effects in there. We do have some very high power creatures on the top end of this that we want to resurrect with. Emrakul, the Promised End, Gristlebrand, Shieldred. These are the types of creatures that can basically win you the game. Vein Ripper, etc. In the middle, between our ramp and reanimation small creatures and our big creatures, we have a lot of really good Golgari value here, such as Vraska, Binding the Old Gods, can get rid of non-land permanents, get you lands. Ashiok is really good for getting more cards off the top of your deck, creating an army. Grave Pact, basically every time a creature of ours dies, they have to sacrifice one of their creatures. And then we have a lot of reanimation type effects in this deck. Tyvar can get us cards back from the graveyard. Reanimate can do the same. Diregraph, Rebirth. We do have one new card in this deck that just was released on Arena. It's an older card, but it is very useful in this build, and I was excited to try it out. And that is Life and Death. The life side is meh, your lands become 1/1s, but the death side is another reanimation spell where you can return a creature to the battlefield and you use life. So it's like reanimate, basically it's the same type of thing, but now we have more reanimation effects, which makes Grist even more powerful. The more cards like this get on Arena, the more we can start to use them for greater effect. So I think I've gone through the deck enough. Let us take Grist, Voracious Larva, into the queue and see if we can bug our opponents to death. Let's go. Okay, our very first game is against Kroxa, so we are both graveyard decks. This hand is not bad. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Kroxa is a pretty good card. It's a 6/6 for 2 mana. I'm going to put down the Verdant Catacombs. We're going to get out a Overgrown Tomb, put that down. Cast Arboreal Grazer. Going to put down the swamp tapped. Just ramp. It's a 6/6. When it enters it, you sacrifice it unless it escapes and basically causes you to discard a card. Opponent's going to draw some cards. Get a Mishra's Bauble out. Put down a land. Prismatic Vista. Let's cast Thoughtseize on our opponent to see what he's working with here. Deadly Dispute, Spiteful Banditry, bunch of removal spells, pretty predictable. I'm gonna get rid of the Deadly Dispute because that gives him some card draw. He's a little ways away from casting anything else. We're gonna chance it that he doesn't draw land and cast the Spiteful Banditry, but we'll see. I'm hoping we'll probably have an empty hand. Yeah, we will. On our turn. Liliana, the most expensive card in our deck? Sure. Let's get Yawgmoth onto the battlefield. We're going to swing in with Grist. Hit him for 1. Well, let's pass the turn here. He, of course, draws his 4th land that he needs. And I think he has more than enough to get out Kroxa, which is going to be a problem. Let's see what our opponent does here. He is going to cast Kroxa. I am going to, in response, use Yawgmoth's ability to draw another card here. That helped us. Forsaken Miner we can discard because we can get that back. Not having a lot of luck with our lands here, but that's okay. We still have Yawgmoth for the moment. Let's put another -1 on Kroxa, sacrifice the zombie, see if we can draw another card. We'll also be able to get out the Forsaken Miner again. We'll transform Grist into a Planeswalker. Draw another card. Let's put another -1 on Kroxa, sacrificing the Forsaken Miner. Wish we could get him back out again, but we got a good loop going here. I'm going to sacrifice the Birds of Paradise to draw another card, just to weaken him enough so that Grix stays alive. What do we want to what do we want to lose here? Really don't want to get rid of any of these, but we'll get rid of the Blood Artist. Grist will stay alive, hopefully. We're not going to block. He could kill Yawgmoth with his Fatal Push. If he does, I'm probably going to sacrifice Jadar to draw another card. Gonna do Spiteful Banditry for 1. Okay, let's sacrifice Jadar to draw another card. Yawgmoth has just given us so much value already. Croxa's gonna die. I wonder if he planned, I guess maybe he did. I don't know. Possibly. I'm not sure on that. Let's see. Let's make some bugs.
Grow forth from the rot.
We could get out Yawgmoth and Jadar again. I think that's probably a good deal. Let's do that. Let's bring back Yawgmoth and Jadar, sacrificing the bug. Now he will get a good amount of treasure from this, but that's okay. And that's enough to get our opponent scooped. Yeah, between Grist's ability to create tokens and Yawgmoth's card ability, we're just drawing way too many cards. We have a way of removing Croxa if he gets out, and if we can get to 6 mana with Liliana, it's lights out for Croxa. You bug me, I bug you. Good game. Well, this is a scary matchup. Flage, Titan of Fire's Fury. His hand has no black mana, so I cannot keep this, unfortunately. I swear, it's like they want us to not get the right mana here. Big fan of this, but I am going to keep it because we do have the mana that we need. Let's put Liliana back, I guess. I hate going down to 6, but we'll see how this goes. Old Rutstein's going to get us a lot of cards in the graveyard if he makes it out alive. Is he going to kill that alive? Oh, of course he is. Is this a treasure? It is. Let's put down a land. Let's get out Grist. I mean, he can kill Grist with Flage if he so desires. He has a Johnny. Look at that. I'm going to Fatal Push a Johnny before he can even get his cat token out. Get out Old Rutstein. We get a bug on the battlefield. Really no need to attack in for 1. Opponent's gonna kill Old Rutstein. Yeah, we'll block your cat with the bug. That's fine. Is he gonna kill Flage? This actually might be good for us. I'm gonna decline to get Grist out of the graveyard. Let's see here. Let's get out our Bloodghast. Put down a land. Tapped. Okay, our opponent has a Dragon Engine. Interesting. 2/2 double strike. Well, we have an interesting move, don't we? Let's sacrifice the Bloodghast here to get out Shieldred, the Whispering One. We'll keep the Agadeem's Awakening in reserve. We've now got a pretty viable threat on the battlefield. Okay, our opponent's gonna draw some more cards. I'm not gonna block simply because if he has a lightning bolt or something else that could do the additional damage, I don't want to risk losing Shieldred. Let's get Grist back out. And yeah, that's where we turn the tide. When we get Grist out, we can start destroying his artifacts, summoning more bugs. We have an Agadeem's Awakening where we can resurrect things from the graveyard. We just have too much value at this point for our opponent to really do much good. Really good game. Okay, our next game is against a very scary commander, Urza. We do get to go first. Getting out Ripples of Undeath will help a lot. We're gonna try this. This is gonna be a tricky matchup though. It says Terra Branford, but really this is Urza. It's a reskin, Lord High Artificer. Basically, it's an artifact deck where Urza can summon artifact creatures, pay 5, and cast spells off the top of his library for free. It's a very powerful commander. Lots of artifacts, basically. I am hoping Ripples of Undeath and Synthonian Nightmare will carry us through. We do have a removal, but again, we're fighting mono blue, so they're going to have 8 trillion counter spells for sure. Let's get out Grist. Okay, I'm going to put down a Overgrown Tomb, cast Ripples of Undeath, swing in with Grist. And now we're in trouble because mono blue has a lot of very powerful counter spells. I'm going to go ahead and pay to get back the Warren Soul Trader, I guess. I'm going to put down Prismatic Vista. Go for a swamp, and I am going to destroy the medallion so he can't get his spell speed cheaper. Ripples of Undeath is a really good card for any type of graveyard deck. Just gives you the ability to get more cards, and if you miss a land drop, if it mills one, you get that value, all that good stuff. And of course, we did not draw a single land, so that's awesome. However, No, we can't do that. Not a single land, of course. Let's go ahead and take the reanimate back, just in case. Let's put down the Synthonian Nightmare. Swing in with Grist. End the turn. I'm hoping we can get a really powerful card in the graveyard and then cast Reanimate on it. But again, we're playing mono blue, so he's going to have something. Opponent's eyeing our Grist. Okay, we did draw a land, so that's good. I'm going to decline on getting anything else back. Let's go ahead and try to kill Urza. He could have a counter spell. I mean, he's playing mono blue. He probably does have counter spells. Opponent's eyeing our stuff here. Okay. All right, what do we do? We can get back Liliana. Let's get back Liliana here. And then we're going to transform Grist. Then let's get rid of his token. In the turn. We're actually not in bad shape. We do need some more mana. If we can get to like a casualties of war situation, that'll be excellent. Right now, I'm just going to focus on building our board. Liliana is going to help us too because we can gain some life. Okay, our opponent has a Dust Bowl. Mystic Forge. Ugh. Yeah, but we've got too much advantage here. We on our turn, we can use a Synthonian Nightmare, get stuff back. We can start making bugs, and Grist can keep killing artifacts. And since we're fighting an artifact deck, then that's going to prove to be problematic for our opponent. Also, when he gets out Urza again, we've got several removal spells. So we're actually in pretty good shape, even dealing with a powerful commander like Urza. Good game. Thank you, my friends, for watching another one of my videos. This one featuring Grist, Voracious Larva. Grist is a lot of fun to play and very powerful. I will say Grist is one of those commanders where you kind of have to think about what you're doing carefully every turn and kind of map ahead a little bit as far as what you need in order to get the maximum of your sacrifice effect, reanimation effects, those types of things. But it is very rewarding and very fun, and Grist is pretty strong. I would put Grist at probably about a B power tier, and I actually had a lot of really good games against control decks, and beating those types of decks into the ground is always rewarding. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to leave a comment talking about Grist. or another commander you want me to look into, or your thoughts on some of the newer cards that came out. I don't really care, as long as I talk to you, part of the Magic community. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.